Okay, yeah, I want to just talk about this propaganda. Let me just play this little thing for you. Quick.
Of propaganda orchestrated a massive campaign to glorify Hitler and promote Nazi ideology. The regime controlled all media, including newspapers, radio, film, and literature, ensuring a uniform message across the nation.
And see, that's the thing about the propaganda. Um, and that's what I see here with the Democratic Party. Now, let me break down what the propaganda is. Propaganda is communication that is primarily used to influence or persuade an audience to further an agenda, which may not be objective and may be selectively presenting facts to encourage a particular synthesis or perception using loaded language to produce an emotional rather than a rational response. And that's what you're getting a lot from these Democrats. You're getting a whole bunch of emotional, irrational response. And that's what the propaganda would do because they have you so confused, they have you scared, they have you excited. Um, why do you feel like your First Amendment right is under attack? If you speak up, what's really going on? It's because you're in a cult. A cult will say one thing to get you in, but will do the opposite and never be accountable. And instead will put the blame on someone else instead of looking at themselves. And you get that a lot. How many people you have this victim mentality where they're not accountable, they want to blame everybody else instead of looking in the mirror. And they're getting raised and conditioned to be that way, obviously, because they're just everywhere. Nobody wants to be accountable for anything. At least half of American citizens. Um, a cult will be extremely aggressive to those who oppose or want to leave once they have you. Uh, for instance, you have is it the Jamestown? I keep confused with the Jamestown, where the black people followed this cult leader to another country, and he made them all drink this poison Kool Aid. You know, promise them that they're going to go, you know, basically 6 feet under, because that's where they all went. Um, but they followed this person because they were weak and easily influenced. And that starts from as being a kid. That starts from your parents and what they're teaching you. Um, the Dems leadership has been a cult for decades, and we have been fooled by the platitudes, by these stars like Beyonce, you know, Steve Harvey, Oprah, Usher, D.L. Hughley, Charlamagne the God, Stephen A. Smith. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And these are, you know, just a bunch of house slaves trying to influence us to stay on the plantation. That's doing nothing for the majority while stuffing their pockets off our backs. You just can't make this up. What can you honestly say has been done for you, specifically since you have been voting for Dems the majority of your life? If you can't tell me something, then you're complaining about wanting something different and voting for the same party over and over and over again. The same party that fought against abolishing slavery, but they found a new way. They found a new way to enslave through propaganda. And we fell for it over and over and over again. Now we have another impersonating black woman, and half the people cannot see past the surface due to the brainwashing program where they are without real growth. So the brainwash program that have them blindly following the very evil that will keep them exactly where they are without real growth. Pardon me. Real growth for the middle class and lower class while taxing you into poverty. And that's what they're doing right now, taxing us into poverty. That's why everything's so high. That's why we can't do nothing. We can't get ahead. And what they would do is they'll tell you one thing and do the opposite. And they've been doing this for decades. That's why we feel like we haven't gone anywhere. That's why people keep talking about change. But you can't have change if you vote for the same thing. It's not about it's about this democratic machine. It's a machine. And when you put a fake black person in there, that's a puppet. When you put somebody whose mental acuity is like failing, that's a puppet. You know why? Easy to control. These people, Obama, easy to control. And they have been doing this for decades. They've been dumbing you down so that you won't do your research and that you only listen to one voice. The only people that get aggressive are people who are part of the Democratic cult. What 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 does that tell you? Aren't they supposed to be for all people? And they haven't showed that movement towards that. I mean, just recently you had uh, two young men at the rally, Democrat supporters, and all they said was Jesus is King, and Kamala made them kick them out of the rally. What does that? I mean, what does that tell you? She said they was at the wrong rally and kicked them out. And the worst thing about it is she's an imposter and she's a descendant of wealthy slave owners. And that makes me wonder if the black people trying to keep us on the Democratic plantation, descendants of house slaves. I wonder why are they so adamant to get us to stay on this plantation? No one that's doing nothing for us. They're getting richer and richer, and we worshiping it, even though we're not getting anything in return. Nothing. Something to think about. That is something really to think about. This propaganda thing is real. It's real. It's a form of brainwashing, and we've been brainwashed. I'm admitting that I was one of them that was brainwashed by the Democratic Party or the machine or whoever's running that. And I was fooled for years. I was even fooled with Obama because they had me thinking more of identity rather than policy. But then I actually became awake to what's really going on. And again, I say I'm awake. I'm not woke. I'm awake. And what I'm seeing now is detrimental not only to the country's future, the kids' future, the country's future, globally. It's detrimental because we have people that are in power, and these people are incompetent. These people are creating wars. They're creating poverty for us, and somehow they are giving migrants billions of dollars. That part I just don't understand. I just can't understand that part. Why would you want to vote for people? Y'all struggling. Y'all want change. Well, guess who's getting the change? The migrants are getting the change because they're the one that's getting the benefits by just crossing over, even though you've lived here all your life. Another thing about the propaganda is most of you people that are repeating the same thing over and over again that you're brainwashed with are young. See, you don't realize your parents was getting brainwashed, and then they just went on ahead and passed that down to y'all to and now y'all brainwashed, and then y'all going to pass it down. So who's going to break that cycle? And again, like it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You're just a product of that system that has failed not only black people but all American citizens. Has failed us. And instead of being accountable, they want to gaslight us more, put more people out here and try to fool us again. Think about it. The Democratic Party. Every time they run for election, they got to bring out the stars. You know why? Because they're all part of it. They're all part of it. All these stars, what are they doing for you? They give you your money? I doubt it. No. Well, you can watch them on. I mean, what are they doing for you? Nothing. So why are you listening to them? These people are ready, good to go. You're the one that's struggling, and you're struggling. You've been struggling, and these are the people that's been getting you to vote every time. These people, these stars coming up here, and y'all been voting for the struggle. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You just can't make this stuff up. Can't make it up. You know, real change starts with common sense, and it starts with a responsible parent, okay, conveying the right message to their kids. That way, their kids will be conveying the message to other people. And that's how you create the change. You can't create change doing the same thing over and over. And that's one thing we've been doing. And that's why she's losing right now because they're trying the same thing again. They're trying to bring out Barry Soetoro, who was the homosexual, aka Barack Obama, Tim Waltz, all kinds of scandals with him, with kids and everything. But apparently that's okay because they have got y'all so hooked on this Trump thing that y'all can't see anything else, which is that's an insult. You should be insulted with yourself. Look in the mirror. You should look at your mirror and be pissed off. Because I was when I found out and I started my eyes started opening out and this has been I've been on this for about maybe 20 years now. But I still got food with Obama. I still got food. You know why? Being lazy, not doing my research. Just being lazy. Being lazy. But fortunately I snapped out of that in time to start giving my kids the right message, not making them feel like they victims, not making them feel like they can't do that, not making them feel like they are marginalized. The only one that's making them feel like they're marginalized is this democratic machine, propaganda machine that y'all are voting for. That's the oppressors right there. They're the only ones who keep bringing up this race thing. Al Sharpton too. Al Sharpton, one of them, and this guy been around. It's just I don't want to talk. This guy is a joke. He can't tell me nothing. Al Sharpton can't tell me nothing. He come up here with all that BS, but he can't tell me a damn thing because he know that we are not like we was back in the 50s. We are not like that right now. And I've been a victim because I know people talking about well the police. I've been a victim of racial profiling. A lot of times it was in democratic places though. Hmm, picture that. The same democratic places, cities where they was allowed to burn the cities, they was allowed to loot, and a lot of black businesses got looted in those democratic cities under this administration that y'all want to vote for again. But let's get all past that. Again, like I said, Kamala, how can you vote for somebody who has lied about her whole heritage? So how can you trust that? How can you trust that? Y'all want to talk about Trump? Y'all don't want to talk about her husband that she just married in 2019. What a coincidence! 2019. Wasn't that right before? That's when that book came out. That fake book about her fake grandmother. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Then I heard her at a rally talking about, well, if you raise kids, you know. But she hasn't raised any kids. Her husband's kids were grown. She didn't raise no kids. What would she know about kids? But she's telling y'all mothers, y'all real mothers, that she's like y'all. Obama's telling y'all real mothers she was raised up with you, raised up like you. And how can that be when this woman was raised in Canada in this high end neighborhood? How many black people was raised in Canada in a high end neighborhood? And then how many kids will go from Canada, come to California, going to college and everything? Make sense out of it. But she was raised like us. Barack Obama, Barry Santoro, being raised by his transgender nanny in Indonesia. Also, you tie so you got Obama, you got Waltz, okay, you got P. Diddy, Weinstein, Epstein, all these people. And there's many more. So if you're still supporting, I remember I have a family member who was asking me about R. Kelly one time. I'm not supporting R. Kelly or his music. No, because my eyes are wide open now, wide open. I can't support that. I can't support none of Diddy stuff. That's a wrap. And I damn sure ain't gonna listen to some Usher who's getting plowed all in his behind, and then he's gonna bring Justin Bieber and get him turned. I mean, y'all seen that video with Justin Bieber? How he looked in that video, just an innocent kid. And look at him today. And look, we got all kinds of people that's in. We got Oprah that have y'all fooled. That's crazy. The DL Hughley, I don't even understand that. And we know Charlemagne the God, he's fake as you can come. And I'm from New York. Now I'm born in Brooklyn, New York, man. You got all these people who, well, I mean, you had Usher who said he wasn't going to vote for, and then all of a sudden he's up there saying he's going to vote. It's like almost like he's like somebody forced him to go up there because he didn't want to go up there. He didn't want to. He didn't want to be out there like that. Now tonight we already know the scandal. I can't support Beyonce. I can't support Jay-Z. Can't support none of them. But I bet you people will. You know why? Because they love Beyonce and love Beyonce. That says a lot about you. You're willing to look past it, even though you know it's detrimental to your kids, to the people who, I mean, look at the scandal with her, Cassie, and all. Really want. I mean, it's so much stuff going on. Nobody wants. I don't want to see her. I believe that the people that are going to see her, they're just going to see it because it's a free concert. Because they pay for all that. That's how they get the people in. But once if Beyonce ain't singing or nothing, those people are gonna start walking out. They're gonna start heading out, just like they did before. So I get it. You want to go for free concert. I ain't never seen Beyonce. No, knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. But I don't know how. I mean, so This woman don't talk to y'all like that, but all of a sudden she gonna come out, and then Usher don't talk to you like that, but then he gonna come out one day out the freaking blue and be like, "I'm endorsing." What? But you can't tell me why. It's the same old stuff. Oh well, she's for reproductive rights. Y'all have reproductive rights already. For some reason, it keeps getting twisted. Okay, it's plain and simple. I don't know why people keep twisting it to what they want to make it. Okay, it's part of that propaganda. That's what that propaganda machine got them doing. It's clear that if it's incest, rape, major complications to you can die or something, of course you would be able to get an abortion. But damn it, you can't be going smashing Rakim, Tyrone, all these other dudes up here, and then you have a baby with Rakim, and then Rakim don't want to be with you, and all of a sudden, I want the baby. They don't want to be with me. I don't even want this baby. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. How about just not getting your dumb ass pregnant? How about choosing more responsible people that you want to smash? Simple. Simple. Now I'm speaking right now, but again, once they, I mean, you can see a lot of people getting demonetized on YouTube and all this. People are afraid to speak. It never was. People are afraid to speak because you have these Democratic bullies that are trying to censor everything, trying to make it just what they say. And they got a lot of people that are hooked on that. It's almost like the caress thing in Waco. That's what it's a code, man. Look at the guy, the pastor of that was in a that Kamala just went to his Kamala went to that church after she told people who said Jesus is king that they're at the wrong place. Then she gonna show her face. And you got all these house slaves up in here, like they're worshiping this person. Don't know a damn thing about her. Don't know a damn thing about her. All they see is that it's just some kind of woman. And all they want is to see a woman, even though she's not qualified, and not understand the consequences of that. You can see the consequences already. Look at our country right now. Again, you cannot make this stuff up. You just can't. You just can't. What they're trying to do, they're trying to do a movement. See, they keep saying that uh, Trump is the one. But like I told you, he's propaganda. That's what they do. That's how they get people to follow and get them in. Same thing with the church. That's how they get people to follow them. And they keep saying it. Now, again, these young people, they've been getting that drill. Just imagine being 8 years old and the whole time that once you aware what's going on, the whole time all you hear is somebody talking about this person is racist, 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 racist for 8 years. What do you think that's going? You're going to start thinking of person racist because that's all you're hearing, and that's what they want. Just this one voice. They don't want people to be able to speak. They don't want to have other opinions and stuff. It's their way or no way. And if you ain't going their way, they're trying to cancel you. They're trying to uh, shame you, harass you, all kinds of stuff. Why? What Republican person or conservative person? What person is doing that to you? You can go to. It ain't about saying, Oh, I'm voting for Democrat. It's just when you say I'm going to do a Republican, that's when you're attacked. But if you go Republican and say I'm going to vote for Democrat, you're not attacked. Look at that contrast. I mean, this is not rocket science. I mean, this is not rocket science. This is common sense. And I feared it. That's why I started, with my kids young, because I can see that. I can see it coming a long time. I can see it coming. Again, only way you can't change it with these people that are in here already. The people that are brainwashed that are keeping us enslaved. You have a person that kept you enslaved for 4 years. Two people that's being controlled by who knows who. And y'all think that that's going to change by voting for the same person again? We have to make a stand right now. I've been talking about this for decades. You get this person in here. See, and that's the difference. See, everybody they got y'all thinking that this man is a politician, but he's not. I can show y'all a video of him in the '80s talking the same stuff. He wants to make us great. He's even back then. He was saying that we're paying all this money out. Why are we paying all this money out? And they're not. These countries are rich, but yet they are not paying what we're paying. If you want money, you want homes, real homes. I'm talking about real policy. This woman, this fake woman, I already told you, this woman has lied about everything. Her dad is lying. It's so incredible. If you guys look at that Candace Owen stuff, and again, we're talking about facts. I don't just go and follow anybody. I'm not stupid. I'm not woke. Okay, I do my research and plus my experience from being 56 years old. The dots are connecting. And then when Joe Brown came, Judge Joe Brown, he connected even more dots that go way back. Not only that, but now the dots are being connected with these people. I'll be sure. Hmm. His illness is the same as his ex wife, was his mama, except she died from hers. Then you have Jamie Foxx. All these people, Tupac, Biggie, all these people have one thing in common: Diddy, Jay Z, Beyonce, and J Lo. But see, we've been fooled all this time because that's what they do. They're able to mold our minds and control our minds with the propaganda. And people be like, oh, well, it sounds like a conspiracy. Of course, it sounds like a conspiracy to you because you're the one that's woke. It's insulting, especially if I have somebody who's like 22 years old. You can only go back 10, 12 years in history of actual real life. Just like I can only go back maybe 40 years before I really was starting to understand what's going on. So you 22, you can't go back as far as I go back with common sense because you don't have it. I came up without cell phones. That's why it's easy for me to be able to throw my phone to the side and not have to have it. If we have no technology, I'm going to survive because I survive. I can survive without it. But a lot of you people can't. You know what you're going to do? You're going to try to follow a cult because somebody will be like, "Hey, I'll take care of you." That's where you're going to run to. And so now you're going to go for one cult to another cult. Unbelievable. I would never have thought in 2024 that we would have a president that they tried to, in my opinion, they tried to kill by saying he's Hitler, he's a threat and everything, even though he served 4 years already as president and everything was nice and calm. There was nothing going on when he was president, except we was making more money, gas prices going down, uh, no wars, the border was secure, and it was getting better. Then all of a sudden, that COVID came. See, what I noticed about these Democrats is it's all an emotional thing with them, you know, because see, they started that politically correct movement, and where you got the pronouns and all that stuff. They started that. So now, what they don't realize is they're hypocrites because they could say something derogatory and it's okay. You say something derogatory, all hell done broke loose. I mean, the world's coming to an end. So since I knew this was coming, I took preemptive measures by uh, really hammering into my kids' head about how to control the emotions. Because if you are not in control of your emotions, that means you're out of control. And that's how a lot of people get when you start hitting them with the reality and the facts, because they are so used to listening to uh, they're so used to listening to this mainstream media that they can't think for themselves. So what they do is they talk to somebody who can think for themselves and do the research, and they'll try to, you know, come at them with that BS, but it's just on the surface. But then when you start digging and trying to get under the surface, there's nothing there. So since there's nothing there, then all of a sudden, that's when you get that aggressive attitude. Well, you don't know what you're talking about. And then you get the distraction. Well, I hate them. Pretty much what you see on TV. They can't win. So the first thing they want to do, they talking more about Trump than their policies. And people are sitting up there worshiping him, worshiping her. And y'all think that she is going to be able to step. Y'all delusional. Not this woman. I'd rather have a Tulsi Gabbard. Now she's president. See, it's not about being, it's about being qualified. I mean, Condoleezza Rice. I mean, there's so many other better qualified women than this person who slept her way all the way up to the top. So now she's at the top. She can't sleep with nobody else. Now she has to actually talk to people and do it, and she can't because she's a fake. And that's what y'all voting for, a fake imposter. Y'all are voting for that. Yeah, it's now you had a guy that everybody's asking her, you keep saying you're gonna do stuff. Now she's been running for like she hasn't implemented nothing, did nothing. She keeps saying that day one, day one, because she's just trying to get there. And I promise you, once she get there, everything she hasn't said, that's what it's gonna be. She's gonna continue the stuff that's going on. The border's getting that's gonna be wide open because they're trying to replace American citizens with migrants that's gonna vote for them so they can have power. It's a what is it? What's that word for it? Oh, it's a totalitarian. Some I think, but they're just trying to have total control of everything, and we are allowing it to happen. Just like those Germans allowed Hitler to influence them and got them all revved up, and then they paid for it in the end. but they also inflicted a lot of damage. A lot of people died. Millions and millions of people died. Millions of people died. I fear for the people that are standing up, especially black people, because like I said, she's a descendant of slaveholders, and that's what she's doing. That's what she wants to do legally, enslave us. That's what they've been doing. But I fear that she's definitely going to try to go after the people who been trying to expose her. That's a fact. She has that power. Forget about it. Forget about it. That's not democracy. You can't even take criticism. That's not democracy. If you can't take criticism or listen to anybody's opinion or anything, then you're a dictator. And if they want to censor, control the media, control Hollywood, control all this right here, and make you not believe your own eyes, and just go like a cult, like the David Koresh thing in Waco, just make you just we're done. And it's going to happen fast because she gets up here. That border, we already have over 20 something million people here. That border is going to explode. And they're not even going to need the black vote anymore. They're not going to need y'all anymore. So no more concerts. Well, it probably ain't going to be there anyway because I believe that Jay Z and Beyonce, I think they are going down. It's only a matter of time because Jay Z didn't know what was going on. Beyonce didn't know what was going on. They didn't know. Like I said, they had an Eminem. Where he come from? And when he came, look, he came out there, said something real quick, and then he bounced. They're probably doing some money, offering something. That's what they do. They bribe, or they may have something on him and blackmailing him. But that's out the blue. So again, people just do your research. But why would you vote for somebody who's a damn liar? And you trust a liar? See, only liars trust liars. You know why? Because they're all liars. And people that are not seeing the truth are lying to themselves. That is a fact. They are lying to themselves. And they know it. It's the pride. See, it's that pride, or it's a brand. And I get it. But let me tell you people something, okay? And like my father said, the ballot, okay, we can still make a change. For all you out there who are Democrats, because you Democrats, but you're gonna vote Republican, who's gonna know? Nobody's gonna know. Because when you go to the ballot and you vote, nobody knows. So I encourage you to do your research and think for yourself on this right here. Use your common sense and not identity politics. Look at the real issues. Look at what you're going through. And if you want to be better, it's not from somebody who's promising, what you say, a million African American, a million black people. But we knew that was fake. See, it's not for black people, it's for all Americans. How many Americans do you think are in the United States right now? Let's look this up. Look at the census. Oh, yeah. Last time I checked, it was 3 point something Hold on, my stuff is moving slow right now. Let's go with the phone. Yes. Oh, using the wrong keyboard. That's why. Yes. Let's check and see. See, because they throw stuff out there and people just, oh, they about to give us some money. They about to get some money. Okay, so the current population of the United States in 2004 is estimated to be around 345 million people. And she says she's going to give a million people. So y'all not getting nothing. Who gets the money for these businesses? Do all people or just the people that follow you? And what about the most insulting thing ever? Weed for the black, weed for the brothers. We're gonna make it legal for you brothers, for you brothers to go ahead and start selling that weed. That's right. All right. About to get blunted up in this month. Oh yeah. I'm voting for you. Even though we know that weed is gonna be legal nationwide, it's inevitable. It's already legal. Oh, let me give you the facts. Let's give you the facts. Okay. I'm doing that wrong. Got two keyboards. I keep messing with the wrong one. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, boom. Right there. Let's go. Okay, it's already legal in 24 states already. And that's recreational and the medical, that's damn near nationwide. So that's come we don't need you to make it legal. And it's just not black people that's smoking weed. Damn near everybody's smoking weed. Everywhere I go, I smell weed. In states where it's not even legal, I smell weed, of course. What an insult. And if anybody will sit there and let DL them try to tell y'all, hey, well, she wants to do something for black businesses, bullshit. They ain't never did nothing for black business. Only one that's done something for black business is Donald Trump. That's a fact. Now you see them, they they've been so corrupt. And when they say, well, Donald Trump is a danger to the people, he's not dangerous to us because we're not the ones that are the criminals. They are. When he first went to office, he was saying, I'm going to drain the swamp. Because, people have like these lifetime terms. And it shouldn't be that way. They should have limits. Nobody should be to stay in there for 50 years making decisions. That should not happen. So he knew that everything was going down, which I knew, which most people knew, half of America knows. And that's what was so resonating because he was going up there and definitely rocking the boat. He wasn't part of the club. But you know what? Your boy, Barry Soetoro, aka Barack Obama, he went right on into the club. This dude got multiple mansions and everything. What has he done for you black folks? He gonna come out there with his scrawny little ass. He's gonna come out there and say, "Hey, well, all four corners, and we ain't up to snuff. The brothers ain't up to snuff." you know, It wasn't like when I ran. Yeah, because we were food when you ran. We ain't food anymore. No, but I'm gonna talk to you directly. You young brothers. I got a problem with it. So if that was my son, he's talking to, I'd be ready to punch him in the face. I'd be ready to punch Obama in his face. Or Barry, his gay ass. This is what happens when your eyes are woken, awake, wide open. And again, everybody tried to, use the Matrix thing. It is similar to the Matrix because I was plugged in to this make believe pretend crap. But once I unplugged and my eyes was wide open, I was like, what in the hell is happening? This can't be real. It can't be real. But it's absolutely 100% real. And it's been like this for a very, very long time. And that's not just with uh, Barry Santero, Biden, Bush, and everything. That's why Trump is different from them because they all really didn't do anything. That's why you had so many Republicans. No, he's a threat. He's a threat to their pockets, man. Trump had put money in our pockets, man. And y'all voting for somebody just gonna keep stuff in their pockets. They keep saying Trump is just for himself. Trump didn't take a damn dime when he was president. He didn't take any money. I bet you Biden took the money. I bet you Barack took the money. Trump said he doesn't want the damn salary because he's just interested in making America great again. And that's exactly what he was doing. But see, they don't tell you that on the mainstream. They don't tell you none of that stuff. They don't tell you none of that. But you don't have to listen to the mainstream. Get your ass online and do your damn research. Go back 40, 50 years and not yesterday. And I posted a video on Facebook and again, blaming older people, the elders. Because the elders that are allowing this stuff to continue, like Al Sharpton and all of them, are getting rich, man. It's a business for them. And we just keep doing this race baiting. That's how they get paid. That's how they keep you enslaved, keep you in that mindset, like, oh, I feel oppressed. Even though you if you go back 50 years, the way some people right now, they live in the lifestyles compared to when I was coming up, the stuff that they have. Now, do you have certain individuals here that can be racist, just black and white, but they are truly the minority. You have bad apples, they come Karens or whatever. You have bad apples in the police. And like I said, I was racially profiled, everything. Oh, I had my experiences with the police, but it wasn't all the police. Okay, I had great experiences with police officers as well. It's the person. See, it's the person. So how did that person become a police officer? What kind of vetting is being done? Instead of defunding them, they should put money towards making sure that they vet these people more properly, so they don't put these maniacs out here uh, hiding behind badges. But I promise you, they all are not like that. And I know because that's what a lot of people said. Even I had a problem with that. And so they will lead you to believe that, oh, that the cops have me. No, no, they don't. You have a cop right now who is definitely going down for having an affair with a 17-year-old white guy with a black 17-year-old girl. And he will be prosecuted. Any officer that kills a citizen unlawfully will be prosecuted. They do not get immunity. The immunity is to protect them for a justified kill, not for rogue police officers that's out there killing people, abusing their authority. Those ones that abuse their authority, if y'all need to get with whoever the president's going to be, definitely get with Trump and let him know, hey, about the vetting. We don't have a problem with police. We have a problem with certain individuals that are able to slip through and make the whole police force look bad. But we need the damn police people. We need them. That's a fact. So I get it. I get, how some of you people are. And but the people that are brainwashed, it's not your fault. Okay? It is your fault if you let it continue and you don't snap out of it. If you don't snap out of it and start, being responsible and creating real change. The change doesn't start with her. It starts with you. That's all I got for this video. That's all I got.